BodyBags, where horror lies.
Hey, I'm Sam. I'm your thirsty guy for BodyBags, and this week for Halloween week, I am doing the houses October built. And it wasn't that bad. It's found footage, and the idea of the movie is that you have these 4 or 5 friends trying to find the most extreme haunt in America. And so they go from Texas to Louisiana to, here and there, trying to find the most extreme haunt. And, well, of course, since it's a horror movie, they ultimately get what they wish for. Ooh, man, the ending was a whoa. But, the movie was pretty good. It's not something I'm probably just gonna go and seek out again, maybe. Probably not, unless, I had to do something about that movie, right? Or maybe, watch it with some friends or whatever, but, like, right? The first time I ever heard about this movie was, probably the first time I ever watched, actually no, well, yeah, first time I ever watched Digging Up the Morrow on DVD, because, before the movie, before the main menu, there's all the trailers and whatnot, and that was one of the trailers. I kind of remembered about it, and I was like, hey, I could probably try to do that. And so, it's like, yeah, it worked out. I think if there's anything that ultimately sucks about this movie, and it's not that, it's the movie's fault, it's the storyline's fault, is that, it's kind of like more and more weird stuff starts happening, like there's a video that ends up popping up of someone that was, someone that was in their trailer, they're going across with, like, an RV, right? And, this person takes a video of everyone sleeping and then posts it online or whatever. And it's like, it goes from that to, like, organs in their fridge. And it's like, it gets weirder and weirder to the point where you're like, why are you still out there? You're still looking for this thing, and this stuff's happening. I get it. You're probably just thinking, oh, this is a part of the game or whatever, but, like, it was kind of obvious that it was happening, and that's the problem, because it's like, is it just obvious? Because you're looking for the most extreme haunt out there. You're looking to get scared. Scary stuff starts happening, and you're probably just thinking, oh, this is just a part of the game. But, next thing you know, you got played. That kind of just sucked, because I'm sure that's happened to people in real life, where, like, they thought it was just a game, and they ultimately found out that it was a lot more than just a game. But I mean, for it being a movie, it's not bad. The ending was a open-ended type of ending, where you don't know if the characters are gonna die or whatever. They ultimately get buried alive. Oh, spoiler. It's 2014. It's 8 years old. Well, my bad. 9 years old? It's old. They ultimately get buried alive, and that's all she wrote, right? And you're like, oh, I wonder if they died or not. Whoever had the rights to it or whatever ultimately made a sequel to it. So, with those same characters, so they got out. But for whatever reason, decided to go back looking for haunts. No, that was stupid. But, anyway. Man. It was just, an interesting movie to watch, because, it's found footage, and I think the thing I love is whenever the movies, like, what you're about to see was all filmed by these 4 real people who were never found again, or something like that. And, implying that, like, this is real, and what you're seeing is about, what you're about to see is real stuff. Really happened, right? But yeah, I mean, it's not a movie I'm gonna go seek out again. But if I had to rate this movie right now, I'd probably give it probably a 7. It's not bad. It's not a bad movie. It's just not my kind of movie. Kind of like how, where is that? Kind of like how... Kind of like how this is a really well-made, pretty good movie. It's not a movie I'm probably gonna go watch again anytime soon, kind of thing. Because obviously, just look at the poster. It's not about a guy wanting to kill kids. It's about a guy trying to defend himself from kids. And, well, it's not just a guy, but, ultimately. Although I love that poster, because you end up seeing that exact same shot later on near the end of the movie. And it's like, whoa, this is what the poster built up. Whoa, my God, so much bad stuff has happened, and it's just him left, and he's got to get out of there. But it's terrible, I guess, I wonder if that was the first of its kind of child horror, or children horror movies. Like Children of the Corn and stuff like that. I wonder if that was the first. It was Italian or Spanish, I think. Made back in the 70s. Anyways, that's not the movie I'm talking about. I'm talking about this movie. Yeah, it's a well-made movie that I'm probably not going to watch again for a few reasons. But one being the idea that, like, they're out there trying to find a haunt, and they think that they're finding it, and they think that all this stuff that's happening is just going to lead up to, oh, we gotcha, or whatever. But it's like, it's not really, because it's like, apparently how the second movie starts, the cops find them, or whatever. Let's say the second movie never was made, it's just the first one. They got buried alive, left for dead. And it's like, oh, that's terrible, because you're like, oh, we're gonna get out of here at some point, right? And then it's like, a few hours go by, and you're like, oh, someone's gonna get us. Right, because you're in a coffin, you don't have oxygen for that long. You only have it for so long, depending on how you're breathing and whatnot, but anyway. Yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say about this movie. I'm Sam, I'm your thirsty guy for BodyBags. I did The House's October Built, and I gave it a 7 out of 10, because it's a well-made movie, I understand it. It's just not my kind of movie. So, yeah, I'll see y'all next week. Goodbye.